entertainment, celebrity gossips, trending gist, you get it all here on Kelly's TV. Please do like this video and subscribe to this channel.
They keep raping our women.
Yes,
they
sir.
keep taking our children.
Yes, sir.
They have beheaded a teacher.
Yes, sir.
45 children are still in the bush.
Yes,
sir. Till now, nothing has been done.
So guys, something very interesting happened yesterday night, and honestly it has got a lot of Nigerians talking. VeryDarkMan finally landed in Nigeria. You know that kind of thing. And trust me, this wasn't one of those situations where a celebrity returns to the country quietly, goes home, rests, and then starts posting on social media the next day. You know that kind of thing. No, it wasn't that at all, because the moment VeryDarkMan stepped back into Nigeria, it was clear that he came with a mission. I mean, almost immediately he found himself at the center of a massive protest. And when I say massive, I mean massive. The videos coming out from the scene were absolutely unbelievable, and you can see it on the screen by yourself. People were everywhere. The crowd was huge. Young people filled the streets. Men and women gathered in large numbers. People were chanting, people were shouting, people were expressing their frustration, and at the center of everything was VeryDarkMan. I mean, the energy was on another level yesterday night. I mean, as you are watching the videos, you can literally feel the emotions through your phone screen. I mean, you can see the anger, you can see the frustration, you can see that many Nigerians are simply tired of complaining, tired of watching bad news every single day, tired of hearing promises, tired of feeling like nobody's listening. And that is exactly why this protest quickly became one of the biggest talking points online.
You want to compare yourself to VDM? Are you mad? You want to compare yourself to VDM? Are you mad? Big crowd. Are you mad? Are you mad? You want to compare yourself to VDM? Are you mad? Are you Look at the fucking crowd. You want to compare yourself to VDM? Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you mad? You want to compare yourself to VDM? Are you
We are going there.
Come on, get. The Nigerian Air Force, yes, come on, get, have the budget of over 400 billion every year. Come on, get. Listen, the Nigerian Air Force have the budget. Come, I dey talk with the talk here. The Nigerian Air Force have the budget of over 400 billion every year. The Nigerian Air Force have fighter jets. Yes. Fuel is not the problem. Yes. We have fuel. The men are on ground. So what is the problem? Why is it that bandits are still kidnapping our children? Why is it that bandits are still raping our sisters? Why is it that kidnappers are still on our roads? If the Air Force are getting budgets of over 400 billion every year, why is there still insecurity in Nigeria? That is why we say bandits must go! Bandits must go! Terrorists must go! Terrorists must go! Kidnappers must go! Kidnappers must go! Insecurity must go! Insecurity must go!
Excuse me, I'm for my shot. I'm for my shot. I'm for my shot.
Okay, let it go.
I'm for my shot. Everybody sees. Everybody sees. Relax. Guys. Sit down.
Effort. You have bullets to shoot us. You have bullets to shoot kidnappers. Yes. Don't shoot kidnappers.
Yes.
Don't shoot bandits. Yes. Carry your airplane and go and look for them. Yes. They keep raping our women. They keep taking our children. Yes, sir. They have beheaded a teacher. Yes, 45 children are still in the bush. Yes, till now, nothing has been done. Yes, sir. And you are here holding gun. Are you not ashamed? I swear. Are you not ashamed?
Yes, sir. We are here. Don't lie down. Don't lie down.
Listen. At this moment, all of you drop your phones. They keep raping our women. Yes, they keep taking our children. Yes, sir. They have beheaded a teacher. Yes, sir. 45 children are still in the bush.
Yes, sir.
Till now, nothing has been done.
Yes, sir.
And you are here holding gun. Are you not ashamed?
I swear.
Yes,
are you not ashamed?
yes, we are here. We are all sitting down.
Hey! Silence! At this moment, bandits! 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 Bandits!
Let's go!
But here's the interesting part. This didn't start yesterday. This didn't even start when VeryDarkMan landed in Nigeria. In fact, this whole thing started thousands of kilometers away from Nigeria. I mean, it started in China. So while many people were going about their normal daily activities, VeryDarkMan was in China. According to what we've been seeing on his page, he was there trying to build connections and opportunities that could help Nigerians who do business with Chinese suppliers and manufacturers. I mean, everything appeared normal. Then the news from Nigeria started coming in. The insecurity, the kidnappings, the killings, the stories that kept getting worse and worse. And from that moment, something changed. VeryDarkMan could not stay silent. From China, he started speaking. He started making videos. He started calling out the government. He started questioning the leadership of the country. He repeatedly criticized the administration of President Tinubu over the insecurity situation. I mean, in video after video, he expressed his frustration. His message was very simple. How can Nigerians continue to live in fear? How can innocent citizens keep becoming victims? How can people wake up every day unsure whether they will return home safely? I mean, these were the questions he kept asking, and the more he spoke, the more Nigerians paid attention. I mean, his videos was spread across different social media platforms. People shared them, people debated them, people argued about them, but one thing was clear: people were listening. Every new video generated thousands of reactions. Some people agreed with everything he said, others disagreed with him. But regardless of which side people stood on, his voice was becoming impossible to ignore. As always, you know who he is now. He's the VeryDarkMan, the Rattle Presido. Then something happened. Instead of remaining in China and continuing his criticism from abroad, VeryDarkMan made a decision. He decided to come back home, even after he heard there's an attempt to arrest him when he gets back home. And for many of his supporters, that was a very, very big deal, because according to them, it is one thing to criticize from another country. It is another thing to return home and stand among the people fighting for. I mean, that decision alone earned him even more support from many young Nigerians. I mean, the moment he arrived, social media exploded at once. People wanted to know what he would do next. Would he continue making videos? Would he grant interviews? Would he meet government officials? Nobody knew. Then came the protests immediately yesterday, and suddenly all eyes were on him. The crowd that gathered was enough to make headlines on its own. Everywhere you looked, there were people, phones were recording, videos were live streaming, supporters were chanting his name. The atmosphere was just chaotic and electric. I mean, for many people watching online, it felt less like a protest and more like a movement. I mean, and that is exactly why the videos have been gaining millions of views around social media. Whether you support VeryDarkMan or not, one thing is becoming very clear: the man has influence, a lot of influence. He has built an audience that listens whenever he speaks, and in moments like this, that influence becomes even more visible. I mean, many of his supporters now see him as someone who is willing to say what they believe others are afraid to say. They see him as someone who speaks directly without filtering his words. They see him as somebody who is representing the frustration of ordinary Nigerians. I mean, that is why every time he speaks on national issues, people pay attention. That is why every time he posts a video, it starts trending. And that is why his return to Nigeria has become such a major story, because this was not just another celebrity arriving at the airport. This was somebody returning home in the middle of a national conversation. This was somebody who had spent days criticizing the government from China. This was somebody who had been speaking passionately about insecurity, and now he was standing face to face with the people who shared those frustrations. The biggest question now is this: what happens next? Will this protest create more pressure? Will the government respond? Will the concerns being raised finally be addressed? Or will this simply become another moment that trends for a few days before people move on to the next topic? Nobody knows. But one thing is certain: VeryDarkMan's return has added a completely new chapter to the conversation, and judging by the crowd that welcomed his movement, this conversation is very, very far from over. I mean, So my people, with that being said, if you enjoyed this video from the beginning to this moment, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video to your loved ones and friends, and finally, don't forget to tell me what you think about this video in the comment section. What do you think Tinubu government will do? If you have any advice for the VeryDarkMan, comment it in the comment section, because I believe social media is big enough for everyone, and if this video eventually goes viral, he might see that your comment. So drop a word of advice, a word of encouragement, just drop something in the comment section. See you all on my next video. I'm out to share.